समाना हमें बिंदु से रूप में समाना करे सेवा सबकी ये बाबा का कहना निराली शक्ति है दुनिया को देना वचन में खड़े बाप दादा पुकारे कांच चमों के पार जहाँ
Good morning, Om Shanti. This is a new series on the topic of purity. In Hindi, the word is Pavitrata. So let us start with a few words from Raja Yoga philosophy. These are from the teachings of 6th of January 1982. At the conference age, all of you children receive two special blessings from the Father, the bestower of blessings. The first blessing, may you be an easy yogi. The second blessing, may you be pure. You Brahmin souls, Brahmin means those who are studying with God. You Brahmin souls inculcate both of these blessings into your lives, according to the effort each of you makes. Baba is seeing souls who are embodiments of such behavior. The sparkle of purity is visible on each one's forehead and in each one's eyes. Purity is the greatness of the great life of you, confluence-aged Brahmins. Confluence age is the time that we are witnessing now when we are studying with God. Purity is an elevated decoration of Brahmin life. Just as breath is necessary for the life of a physical body, if there is no breath, there is no life. So too, purity is a breath of Brahmin life. Purity is a basis, that is the foundation of the reward of 21 births. 21 births equivalent to heaven. A pure intellect is the basis of those souls, the children meeting the Father. Purity is the basis of all the attainments of the confluence sage. Purity is the basis of claiming a status worthy of the highest regard. Have you easily attained such a great blessing? Do you experience it in the form of a blessing, or do you attain it through having to make effort? No labor is involved in a blessing. However, in order to have this blessing constantly in your life, you simply have to pay attention to one thing. There has to be a close and constant relationship on the basis of love between the bestower of blessings and you recipients of these blessings. When both the bestower of blessings and you blessed souls remain in a constantly combined form, there will automatically be the canopy of protection of purity. When the Almighty Authority Father is with you, there cannot be the slightest impurity, even in your dreams. Remain constantly in the combined form of the Father and the soul. Don't keep yourself single, keep yourself combined. When you become single, the tilak, the suhag, symbol of having a husband, the tilak that is applied on the forehead, the tilak of the purity of the combined form disappears. The tilak, the suhag of purity, and your elevated fortune are constantly with you. So to keep the Father with you means to keep your suhag and your fortune with you. So all of you have the practice of constantly keeping the Father with you, do you not? So these were the words from Raja Yoga teaching from 1992. And how do we understand this purity? It is a purity of the soul that is not attracted to anything that is human, anything that is vicious. There is no impurity in the soul that is keeping all the relationship with the Supreme. We understand that in this world where there is so much upheaval, there is internal upheaval and there is external upheaval. Who can bring this purity? Who can restore the purity of human souls, of nature, of the whole world? We understand that the upheaval is coming from within, first of all. It is the old habit of looking at what others are doing, the old habit of judging, of criticizing, of defaming, and also the oldest habit of all is that of identifying ourselves with a body. Just believing that we are these bodies is the highest impurity that the human soul can experience. The knowledge of Raja Yoga is saying we are not the body. We are not a physical appearance. You are not what you see with the eyes. Nothing of what we see with these eyes is really describing who we truly are. The soul is subtle, is invisible, is incognito. It cannot be seen with these eyes, but it can be understood. So the cause, the root cause of all the sorrow is this identification with the body. And by identification with the body, we understand, we identify with the role. I believe that I am this role. I believe I am a certain position, a certain role in the family. I am a mother or a sister or a brother. All of that is completely wrong. All of that is ignorance, and all of that has created these strong habits of believing that we are the body, we are the position, we are the external status that we have obtained. And human beings at the present moment in time would do anything to defend that role, to defend their position, to fight for a better status. All of this is an upheaval that comes from within. It is in our traits of personality right now that we take sorrow and we give sorrow. The life of human beings is a life only of sorrow. There is no happiness. Everything that we experience is so temporary. And then there is an upheaval that comes from outside. That is a mirror of what is happening within. Whatever happens inside is happening outside as well. So no wonder that there is so much conflict and there is disheartenment and there is disappointment and hopelessness. Human beings have lost their hope. They no longer hope in a better future. And human beings are now completely without resources. So they are looking for happiness, they are looking for resources outside. There is someone else over there who can give me happiness. There is someone else over there who can give me even practical sources of happiness. They want the money of someone else. They want the oil of someone else. They want the country of someone else. There is so much war, there is so much conflict, there is so much disturbance now in the world, and everything starts from this root cause of sorrow, which is identification with the body, believing that we are this temporary, ever-changing body that is going to end any time now. The knowledge of Raja Yoga and the words that we have heard are saying purity is in this awareness of being a soul. It is a soul that has the innate, original, eternal purity, and that purity can be restored by knowing our home, our original, eternal Dar. Dar means the way that we are. The way that we are is a way of complete peace, complete silence, complete love, complete joy and happiness. And who can remind you of that? It is only the Supreme Father, the Supreme Teacher, God, the one that is remembered by all human souls. All human souls have that memory of God. They have that relationship with God. Whether they accept it or whether they reject it, they know of God. And He is the Father, the teacher, and in these words that we have just listened, He is a husband. So if we look at the purity, as the purity of that child, the child that is protected by the Father is giving us everything. The father, the mother are protecting the children. They are providing food and nourishment and entertainment and music and good house. And they are looking after all the brothers. They are giving everything that is of use to the child. And there was a study in the 80s in United States. A study asked the children, it was called. So they asked the children about a perfect mother. And those children aged 4, 5, 6 years old, 7 years old, they gave all two similar answers. They could put all their answers in two similar categories. The first answer was, the perfect mother will spend quality time with us. They said, we don't need that the mother spends a lot of time with us, but the time that she's spending with me should be quality time. She should be happy, relaxed, willing to listen and to play. So that is a very good answer, very mature answer, quality time. That is a quality of a perfect parent. And the second answer that children gave, they said the perfect mother would bake a cake every day. And that is the situation now for all human souls. That someone who is perfect, someone who loves you, will bake a cake for you with love and with freshness. And that is a nourishment that souls are looking for, the nourishment for the body, but first of all, the nourishment for the soul, the nourishment for the mind, for the personality. So these supreme parents, this supreme mother and father, they are providing everything. They are providing what it is called the breath of life. There is no life without the family. There is no life without the Supreme Mother and Father. What kind of life is that if you are an orphan? Right now, the human souls all around the world are like orphans. They don't know their Supreme Mother and Father. They don't know their family. The truth is that all souls, all human souls are brothers. Bye, there is an expression in Hindi, Chinese, bye, hey. So Hindus and Chinese are are brothers. So that applies to everyone. Americans, English, Romanians, Turkish, bye, hey, all souls. Doesn't matter where they are, it doesn't matter what occupation they have, doesn't matter what status they have in society. All are brothers. That is a vision of the Supreme Parents, the Supreme Fathers, the Supreme Mother. And he is providing, or she is providing everything to them. They are providing all the nourishment for the mind, the intellect, and for the heart. If a worldly mother is baking a cake every day, what would do the perfect Supreme Mother that has a divine love for all human souls? How much nourishment she would give, how much protection she would give, how much she would look after the child. And that's the role of the Supreme Mother and the Supreme Father, God. And that's why a child who listens to their parent, A child who listens to such a mother and father, such a child will be protected from any vice, any sorrow, any impurity. There is only one condition: to listen to the parent. How can the parent help the child if the child doesn't listen? When you see, I was traveling on the airplane recently, and in the airplane you see little children with their parents. And if the child will sit next to the mother and listen to what the mother is saying, he can have a very good journey. But if the child is running all over the place and he doesn't want to listen, he doesn't want to eat, he doesn't want to accept what the mother is giving, then what kind of journey will it be? The child is troubled, everyone around is troubled, the child starts to cry, everyone is unhappy, and the child is the one who takes most of the sorrow. But what can the parent do if the child doesn't want to listen? It's the same with the human souls. The root of that purity, to restore that purity of the vision, of the thought, of the speech, the root of that purity is to start to recreate our relationship with the Supreme Parent. It is only in that relationship that there is a canopy of protection. And that Supreme Parent is not only a parent, he is also a teacher. There is no better life than the life of a student. Student life is best. There is nothing better than the life of a student, because everything is provided for the student. A good student would even have a scholarship. She will be first in the class. She will be able to help others. She will get blessings from the teacher. She will get blessings from the other students. She will get blessings from the parents, and she will eventually get the best possible reward. She will have a very good career, a very good job. Everything that is good in human society starts with good education. So the role that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Mother plays right now is also the role of the teacher. They are the teacher who are almighty. They know everything. They are the authority in all the subjects that do matter. God may not be thinking about the inventions of the science, but God does know what really matters for the happiness of the human souls and the happiness of the whole world and nature. God has that knowledge. As a teacher, he has all the knowledge that is required by souls to be happy once again. So such a student who is able to listen to that teacher and to follow. The teacher is very clear in what instructions he's giving. He's saying, follow my instructions, study well, and you will become pure once again. It is a purity that is a source of happiness. To stop identifying with the role, to stop identifying with what we are not, that means we are restoring our purity. We are no longer influenced by whatever is happening outside. And it is only through education that we can restore that purity. It is only through the relationship with this teacher. Even in the school, when we used to be in the school, or when you are in the university, the good students will have a very good relationship with the teacher. They would be understanding what the teacher is asking. They would write down the homework. They would do that homework and then discuss with the teacher. That kind of relationship with the teacher is essential right now. And the teacher says the breath of this life is purity, is being able to recognize the Supreme Soul as being mother, father, teacher. Purity in our vision means that I am no longer attracted to listen to the opinions of other human beings. Look where we are right now by listening to the opinions of all human beings. We have been listening to the opinions of all human beings on this planet until now. Everyone has an opinion, including right now social media, Facebook, Instagram, Meetup, everything, and everyone has an opinion. That is a source of impurity. That is troubling the mind and the soul. We really don't know where to look for some truth. And this teacher who can foster right now a relationship with us if we want to. This supreme parent, this supreme teacher is saying purity can be restored only in the relationship with me, because it is a supreme father, the supreme teacher who has the truth. And that is the breath of life. There is no life where there is no truth. And finally, this relationship with the husband, that suhag that is applied to a wife, and it is also applied to a child. A tilak, a small dot, it's applied when the child leaves the house. Then the child would go to the parent for blessings. He or she would go to the grandparent. He will bow down in front of the grandparent and expect some blessing. And always that blessings are so high. May you be happy. May you have success. May you enjoy your day. May you be loving and loved by everyone. That blessings are coming multi-million times bigger than what we are giving, because that is a bhavna, that is a feeling of a parent, of a grandmother, of a grandfather. They would give so much blessings. They would say, may you have all the blessings for your pure feelings that you are having. So here we are getting this suhag, we are getting this tilak of loyalty from the husband of all husbands, from the Supreme Soul, from God. So in this relationship with God, in this relationship between the loyal wife and the husband of all husbands, the loyal wife is not this character, is not this role. The loyal wife is a soul. So this soul that wants to restore his happiness, this soul that wants to live once again in peace, love, and joy, and wants to be able to share that with others. We want to be able to give that happiness to others. But how can I give if I only experience sorrow and resentment and pain? So this soul that wants to restore their happiness, wants to restore their love and their purity, such a soul will create that commitment. There is only one condition for purity, and purity leads to all the good treasures that we can experience. Purity will bring back our peace, our love, our happiness, and our prosperity. And there is only one condition for purity, and that is recognize that you are a soul and foster your relationship with the Supreme Parent, the Supreme Teacher, and the Supreme Husband. That is the only way. Om Shanti. Thank you for listening. This series continues every day at the same time. Thank you.